Hey guys, you know what? I am going to switch to my, yay! I think we are good. Hey guys, sorry. Hey, I hope you guys are doing well. Oh, I just decided to do a get ready with me because I received a request to do a get ready with me video, but especially to replicate. You guys have been asking me for a while to try to replicate that no makeup look I did in, what video was that? Oh, in the crochet video where I used the net on my hair. So I am going to replicate that look in this video. Yay! So, hey, I hope you guys are doing well. I finally got my stuff together, so I'm actually able to follow and see your chats on my computer, which is going to be awesome. I also got myself together and I shared everything that hopefully everything I'm going to use in this video in the information section beneath this video. So hopefully you'll be able to see everything. So I actually got the request to do this video while I was actually doing my makeup. So I'm actually going to try to start over a little bit just so you guys are able to kind of see things from the very beginning. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to use my Neutrogena wipes. Guys, they have this, and I did put a link to it hopefully below. They have these 6 for less than $20. And if you guys are like me, you use these like every day. And one of the challenges with it is that they're kind of expensive. They're like $5 to $6. $5 to $6? Yeah. A container, like at Ulta or even at Walmart, they're expensive. So I thought I would go in and find the link for that so you guys will know, you can see that deal, because to me 6 packs of these for less than $20 is a huge deal. And I'm frugal. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who is frugal. So yeah, so I'm gonna just take off because like I said, I had already started doing my makeup. So I thought I would just kind of go in and remove everything. What I'm not gonna redo is my brows, because my brows take me forever to do because I have stingy brows, y'all. Y'all know I have fine hair. Same goes with my brows. So I'm gonna leave those on, but I will show you what I used. And it's so crazy because I can never tell if it's gonna be like a good brow day or a bad brow day. So today I got these bad boys on and we're not gonna tempt fate. All right, so I'm starting from the beginning of my process. Oh, I do have lashes on because I was playing with these lashes earlier and I just decided I'm not gonna take them off since, you know, because it's a ministry to try to get them on. And I'm not of the gifted, you know, eyelash ministry, put her on class. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just get started with the products that I had put on previously. So I always start out on cleansed face. Guys, I have been using Strivectin. Strivectin came out, I think, with a new makeup line, not makeup line, a new skincare line, and I have been using it. If you guys want me to do like a skincare routine video, let me know. What I think I may do is just share some of my favorites, but that stuff is so amazing. I've been using it for like 2 months now, and it just keeps the skin so firm. It's just, I absolutely love it. You know, once you get to be in your upper 40s, you know, you really look for skincare products that not only say it's going to do something, but, you know, deliver on it. So yeah, that stuff is amazing. So my skin is in pretty decent shape. Before I get started, I will say I'm not sure how much it's coming up on camera because it doesn't look like it's coming up that well, but like my chin area is darker than the rest of my face, like this area, and then also my forehead is a little bit darker as well. I have these little freckles that are hereditary. I got them from my mom. So I do tend, because some of them are a little bit raised. So I do have like texture on my skin sometimes. And the reason I'm mentioning all of this is because today I'm doing like a no foundation look, and it will be more of a no makeup type look. And I wanted you to know why I'm using some of the things that I'm using. And because I think you have to embrace the things that you have to embrace your skin just in general. But obviously when you do no makeup looks, or you're doing very light looks, you want to play up, you know, your features that you are really crazy about, and then you want to kind of manage those areas that, or address those areas that maybe are your trouble areas, right? So for me, it is the chin, discoloration on the chin. I also have very oily skin. So yeah, some of what I do is going to, or the products I've selected will be addressing those areas. Also, I do have aging skin. So those of you who, you know, are like me, kind of in your upper to mid 40s, you know the deal. All right, we are like 6 minutes into this video, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I do after cleansing my face, I do use a Clarisonic. Absolutely love it. But the first thing I do is go in and I use my Mario Badescu. You guys have seen me use this before. I use it on my face, and I also use it on my hair. I don't think I have a link to that, so I will find it and upload it once this video goes up. But I use this and I just spritz my face really well, and I do that to kind of keep the skin really hydrated before you put anything on your face, whether you are using a regular foundation or if you're doing a, you know, foundationless look. You really want to make sure that you are hydrating your skin, and don't be afraid to kind of like rub it in. Like, don't be heavy-handed, but you know, you want to kind of get the blood flowing, and you know, help those skin cells to kind of turn over, that kind of thing. My face turns red really easily. I've just always been that way, so I'm not being rough, so please don't be rough on your skin, but definitely kind of work this product. And I like it because it does have the aloe vera in it, and it has the herbs and the rose water. Rose water is super hydrating, aloe vera is super hydrating, but it also helps to kind of recalibrate the skin after you have, you know, done a exfoliating treatment to it. So that's why I use that particular face mist. But again, you can also use it for your hair as well. It is super hydrating and super healthy for the hair. All right, so I have done that. And now, normally I would do my brows next, but those are already done. And to do those, you guys have seen me use this product before, but I use a brow pomade or mousse. This one is by Becca, and it has the light color and it has the dark color. The brown color, of course, is for your brows, and then the lighter color is to highlight beneath the brows if you really want it, like, you know, your under eyebrow to pop. I don't usually use this light color because to me it's too light for my skin tone. And so I don't use it. I just use the brown. And the thing I like about the brown and why I use this, and this is a holy grail, the reason I use it is because I have oily skin and makeup oxidizes on my skin really quickly. And when you have that problem, it's really important to find a brow product that will stay in place over the course of the day. And what I find is that my this product, once it sets, it's good all day. You'll have like a few minutes where you can work with it just to get your brows finished, but then after that it locks in place. You could scratch it, you could wipe it, it ain't going anywhere. Even if you have oily skin, if you're sweating, if you know, anything of that nature, you do not have to worry about the product. It's not going anywhere. So I use that. And then after I do that, I go in and I like to use this product. It is hydrating, and I feel like it gives you a nice little glow from within look. And this is by Melanie Mills. It is the Peach Deluxe by Sandra Deluxe. I guess it was a collaboration. This is the peach color. They have another one that is, it's more of a rose gold, which I also really like. But this one I like to use and just kind of pat in. And can you see the little glow that you get with it? I really like this because we're not going to be using a whole lot of makeup, you know, on the skin. And so this provides really beautiful illumination, I feel like. Also, it is mature skin friendly. Oh my gosh, this is so hydrating. It doesn't settle into any fine lines. In fact, I feel like it fills them, if anything, a little bit. And yeah, it just gives you a nice sort of glow. All right, so I let that settle in, and then I go over top with my pore filler. Now, the reason I use this, it's actually a primer. And I like to use this primer again because I do have oily skin. So unless I want to look my skin to look like an oil slick for the day, I have to go in with a primer. So I like to use this one. I'm not used to doing this, so it's like I have to say every product I'm using so you guys know. All the information will be below this video though, so don't worry about it. But this is by Tarte. It is their Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. And I have tried a whole bunch of primers, you know, having oily skin, having mature skin, having sometimes enlarged pores because I do have oily skin. This right now is my absolute favorite. My second favorite is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying Primer. But I like this one better because for the money, you get a lot more product in there. Like this will last forever. You don't need a whole lot. But it does two things. It helps me to, like, this is how much product I'm going to use. See, that's not very thick at all. But it does two things. So it helps me to manage the oil on my skin, but also, like I told you guys, I have texture on my skin. Because I have freckles, and then sometimes I also get enlarged pores because I have oily skin, and this like smooths everything out. So your skin really looks like, you know, porcelain. So, you know, sometimes when you're a little bit older, and even if you're younger and like you have acne or things of that nature, you really want a primer that's going to help smooth the skin if you have like any scarring, things of that nature, if you have freckles like I do, and sometimes you want a more smoother look, but then at the same time filling in those pores. This is like the absolute best product I have ever tried. It is a holy grail, and I don't know why I waited so long. I don't know why I waited so long to try it, because I'd heard about it, but I just didn't try it. So the other thing I really like about this is you could wear it like by itself. You don't have to wear any makeup with it. If you just wanted to control oil, and if you wanted to, you know, diffuse the look of enlarged pores, you could wear it by itself. It doesn't have like a white cast on it or anything of that nature. So it is super, super multi-purpose, I guess. So I go ahead and I put that on. It is probably, I think it's like $34 or maybe $37. If you were looking for something that was a little less expensive to help you to deal with texture or to minimize pores, you could also use this. I tried this, and you know, I have been using it and I do really like it. It's the NYX Pore Filler. It works really well as well. It doesn't work as well as this Tarte product, just being honest. It doesn't work as well as the Tarte product because it doesn't really manage oil in the way the Tarte product does as well. So I like products that are multi-purpose because I don't want to have to keep layering stuff on my skin. But if you're trying to get rid of the appearance of pores, enlarged pores, it's perfect for that. It does leave a little bit of a residue on the skin, and to me, it does leave the skin looking a little bit dull. But again, if you're going to be putting like foundation and stuff over it, that's not going to be a big deal. It's only a big deal if you only want to wear the primer, you know, by itself. But yeah, the Tarte one, I love it so much. I keep it in a box still. Like like it's new. I don't know why I do that. Anyway, so yeah, so I put that on. And then I just go in and I try to even out my chin a little bit. As I mentioned before, I have like the problems every woman has. You know, you have some areas of your face that are lighter than the other. Maybe you have hyperpigmentation, things of that nature. For me, it is my chin tends to be darker than this area of my skin. So what I like to do is go in and kind of even everything out. So I'm going to be using this product by NARS. It is their Creamy Radiance. Like, people love this. And it was actually the suggestions of like other YouTubers that made me try it. Because when you get a little bit older, I feel like you want to use products, to me, that are lighter and that are more radiant. So the NARS, oh, I didn't put a link to this. I'm going to put a link to the colors I use below. So you guys know what product it is, but it is their Creamy Radiance product. And I just put it like in that area. You guys probably can't even see it, but I put it on my chin just to kind of even out the tone. And I just use a flat brush like this. I used very little, by the way, because the goal is to keep the skin looking radiant and keep it looking like, you know, skin, but lightening areas that need to be, you know, lightened, and keeping everything looking a little bit more uniform. You see how this just doesn't look heavy? It just looks like skin, which is the whole point. All right. So now that I have done that, I typically at this point would go in and I would address my under eye area, and I'm going to use a couple of products for that. I'm going to use the NARS product. This is a lighter color. Again, I love it because it is just very, very radiant. And I'm just going to take this and I like to put it kind of in this area. This is perfect for days like today where I'm super tired. I don't have real dark circles under my eyes, but it is dark enough. And I'll either like go in with my finger or I'll use a brush. This is a really inexpensive e.l.f. Brush. And I like to take it and just stipple it in place like this. When you have mature skin, like a lot of times you'll see on the videos of some of the YouTubers, especially the younger ones, they go and they like, you know, they put the product on and they do like a windshield wiper lotion when they put it on. And that worked for the young girls. But let me tell you something, when you get to be 46, like me, you know, it does not work. Like, that is not advisable. In my opinion, you just want to use just enough to lighten the areas that need to be, you know, lightened, and to address those areas. You definitely don't want to go the heavy makeup route because it's just going to age you. It is just going to age you. It's going to settle into fine lines. Our skin can be more textured simply because, you know, we're a little bit older and we have a little more stuff going on. So it's just not like YouTube makeup, you know, the makeup trends with the full beach kind of look. They're gorgeous. I spend so many hours watching those videos, to be perfectly honest, but when it comes to practical application for us, it's not a good result. It's not a good result. So you want to do that. And then I rarely set beneath my eye with a powder because I just find that it tends to keep, it tends to make, you know, if you have wrinkles or maybe you get wrinkles only when you smile or that kind of thing, it tends to make that look more pronounced. Now, one of the products, and I had to try it because I saw it going around on YouTube, was the Tarte Shape Tape. Let me tell you something. I cannot recommend that for the under eye area because, first of all, this is matte. It has a matte finish. It's a great product, but it has a matte finish. And when you put this beneath your eye, it is going to be mattified. And so it's going to make your under eye area look very kind of sunken and almost, dead, especially if you go in, well, casket ready, especially if you go in like that, like like the young girls do. It just doesn't work for us. It's best to stick with something that is radiant, like the NARS Creamy Radiant product. However, you can make this work, and I figured out how to make it work because it is such a good sort of highlighting and illuminating product. Like, the coverage is great. So if you have like discoloration on the skin and you want to spot, treat those areas, highly recommend it for that. And the only other way I have been able to make this work is by just taking the doe foot, and you get a lot of product on there, so go be really light-handed with it. But if you want to highlight some of your the high points of the face, you could use it for that. So I'm just going to show you, like, I don't usually do this unless I'm doing some sort of photography or something, but I'm just going to show you just a little bit. See how small those dots are? You don't need a lot. But yeah, just put it like on the high parts of the face. You could even put it like in this area, I would say, just to avoid it beneath the eyes, because it's going to be so matte that it's going to make you, it's going to emphasize any wrinkles you have. And if you have oily skin like I am, you're going to run into a situation where over the course of the day, the rest of your skin, I'm letting it sit for a minute because it works even better when you let it sit for a minute. But if you have oily skin like I have, just imagine if, over the course of the day, the rest of your skin is going to get that glowy dew that we naturally get. Imagine if you have that going on everywhere else, but then under the eyes, it looks really matte. Your skin is gonna look, your eyes are gonna look very tired, and your skin is gonna look sunken. So again, you do not wanna put it right under the eyes. Now, if you wanna put it on this area, like right here, where you want to highlight, like to get a nice sort of carved cheek. And I do this because, I'm getting fat and my face is getting fuller. We family, I can tell y'all that. So I'm actually going to be showing you all how I slim my face as well. But one of the ways I've been able to make this work is to use the lightening aspect of this product, just putting it here, but not under the eye. And then working it in here. And again, because we're not using a foundation, you want to be very light-handed in terms of the product, in terms of how much product you use. And then you're just going to want to take this and just kind of blend it out. But again, you want to avoid right under the eye. You can even go like around the side of the nose if you want, but not right under those eyes, because then that is just going to, it's going to age you. All right, so I'm going to use a sponge. This is a beauty blender. I'm just going to spray it. It was soaking wet, but it's dried out a little bit. So I'm just going to use this. Well, I was going to use it. I don't know where it went. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I don't know where my beauty blender went. Well, I'm not going to use that now. I'm going to have to use my finger. But I just want, the goal was that I wanted to really kind of blend this in. Okay. Now see how this is creating kind of a natural sort of contour where this, it's lighter up here, and then this is naturally a little more sunken. So I'm going to use this again, and I'm just going to blend out my forehead using this brush. Maybe my beauty blender was shy. It was like, I don't want to go on today. I don't know. Miora. Do you see my beauty blender? Where did it look like it rolled to somewhere?
It's bright in here.
I know. This is Miora, guys. She's probably not gonna come on camera.
No,
but can you see my beauty blender, my black one?
If it's in the frame, you don't have to get it.
Just go right here.
You don't see it.
On the floor, like here, if it fell. I don't see it either. That is so weird. Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a no foundation makeup look. Where did it go? That is so bizarre. Anyway. All right. Okay.
Don't scooch over like I'm gonna come over here.
I wasn't. You look beautiful. You always look beautiful. All right, so next I'm going to go in with this product. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. I usually like to use this with my beauty blender, but it's straight up rolled out of here. I don't know where it is. Anyway, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use it to sort of contour my features. So as you can tell already, we have not used any foundation. We've just kind of evened the skin tone by using, you know, some concealers, and then using, you know, the Melody Mills product again to bring that glow. And we're just going to subtly sort of contour the face, only to slim it, because like I told you all, I'm getting fat and I need my face not to be so round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this. This is the creamy one. They do have one that is a powder, but I find that when I'm not doing, if I'm not wearing a foundation, I just prefer to use a creamier product. And then what I'll do sometimes is afterwards I'll go in and I'll use like a powder just to kind of set it just a little bit. But yeah. All right. So I'm going to go in, and then I'm going to just create a little bit of a contour here. And I like to bring that all the way toward the front. And one of the things I like about this particular product is it buffs out really smoothly, really naturally. So I really like that about, you know, this particular product. So you just kind of go in that area like this and see how it's creating some dimension to the face. I'll do the same over here. And it's very natural, and it finishes like, you know, like skin. Okay. So see how those angles are starting to form. And then now I'm just going to go on my forehead, and I'm going to put a little bit here. The reason I'm putting this on my forehead is because I did add a little bit of the Tarte highlighting product to my forehead, and this will help it to all blend in properly. If I hadn't highlighted my forehead, then I wouldn't put anything on my forehead. Okay, and I like to blend this back and into my hairline. And I like to use a stippling brush. This one is by, who is this by? You guys know this brand, I'm sure, by seeing it. I can't remember the name. Oh, it's like Eco Tools. That's it, Eco Tools. All right. Okay. So that's that. And then if you really, really wanted to contour the face, you could then go into your jawline down here and contour there as well. I don't usually do all this, but for the purpose of this video, I will demonstrate it. A lot of times, you know, contour is put on down here, but if you find that your face is getting chubby like mine is, you want to go a little higher than your actual jawline. So you might want to bring it up to about right here and then blend it out. So right up here, because then, you know, contouring and highlighting is all about light, creating light and dark. And so rather than the end of my jaw appearing as though it's down here, it appears that it starts a little bit earlier, thereby creating more angles on the face. And if you wanted to, you could put, you know, a little something right here. And also kind of right here if you wanted to as well. I don't do that often. But the whole point of this is to demonstrate things that you could do in the event, you know, you either want to on a, you know, your daily basis, or maybe you're taking some pictures and, you know, it's a wedding or it's, you know, a special occasion. And you want to definitely blend it down. You don't want to blend it up. So see how my jaw now has a more pronounced sort of look on either side. These techniques work on aging skin. God, aging skin, y'all. Works on aging skin, and it works on, more youthful skin. All right, so now if you wanted to set all of that, if you have oily skin like I do, then you probably do want to go over everything kind of with a powder just to make sure it is set in place. And one of the things that I like to do, because, you know, it'll help keep oiliness at bay, is I like to go in with a powder, and then I'll just lightly set the light areas, and then I'll use like this amazing contour powder that I got from Sephora. I'll use that elsewhere. So this is a Real Techniques brush. It's a fluffy brush, and I just like to take this and put it in my Laura Mercier powder, which I really like. And I don't put a whole lot on here because, again, you want to keep things nice and light. The goal is not to bake the face or anything like that. It's just because, again, you want your skin to be seen through you know, the product, and, you know, you just want to have a nice sort of light, youthful sort of, you know, look that looks and feels effortless. So I just go in and I just lightly tap it across the skin. And that helps to keep a lot of my oiliness at bay, because the sister be looking like an oil slick. And it's so funny because people are like, oh, you're glowing. And I'm like, no. I just got oily skin. But yeah, see how it's still, you know, it still looks like natural, you know, your regular skin. You're just enhancing what you can enhance, and then you're, you know, addressing those areas that you want to address. That's the whole goal with this. And I like to add a little extra powder to like my T-zone where I get like really, really oily. All right. So that's what I do for those areas. And then, you know, again, if I'm really focusing on, you know, minimizing my fat face, I use this palette that I got from Sephora. It's called the Contour Palette. I didn't put this below. I need to add this. I have to remember that. And, you know, you could use some of these light colors to highlight even more, but to me, it's more for that effect is more for a full, like, face, like, beat look, and that's not what we're doing. So I like to just focus on these bottom colors, and I usually just tap across here with this brush. I use a large fan brush, and I tap the excess off. And then I use my Miora. And then I go in right under into the hollow of the cheek where I placed that contour. If you're not sure where that is, go like that and you'll see it. But I like to just take it and lightly brush it on. And that helps to set that cream, because if you do have oily skin, you know, over time the cream can break up. And you want to have a very light hand when you do this, because you don't want these lines to look real harsh. Or I use a light hand. I ain't no makeup guru. I'm just showing you guys what I do. And then anywhere where you place that contour, you could go in and just kind of use it to set. And it's nice because it gives the skin a little more dimension. Nice. My daughter is watching me.
Are you on live?
What you want? Yeah, I'm going live. Huh? Oh, it's fine. It should be. Close the door. All right, so once you have set everything, you're pretty good. We have a couple more things we're gonna do, and then we're gonna be done. My daughter and I are just being silly over here. All right, so no. Okay, so
yes, you better serve the kids a look.
Oh, she said I'm serving the kids a look. Okay. We should do a video together one day. All right, so now I'm gonna bring some warmth to the skin. Can we do a video together one day?
Yeah, once I see my money from my other videos. I got videos.
She does have some videos on the channel,
I got
guys.
about 4 of them.
There we go. She has about 4 of them. One of them I had to take down because of the music. YouTube said I couldn't use that music. There might have been a couple. The one where I straightened your hair. That one, remember that? Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion product. And this is, this is a powder. And I really love this because it's nice and warm. And it helps the skin to look just, you know, it gives it a nice warm sort of tanned bronzy glow, which I tend to like. So I'll like go in that video. That's what I did. I used this because I felt like, first of all, on that day I was sick and my skin really needed some life to it, because you know how you're sick, you lose your color. That's what happened. You can go up here, wherever it is you want to have a little color. It's, you know, no rhyme or reason to it. Alrighty. The thing I like about this is that it is very, very light. So it's not going to look heavy or cakey on your skin. It's actually, you know, it's almost like a micro sort of product. So again, it looks very natural on the skin, and it is just, it's, you know, beautiful. It doesn't have shimmer in it. I feel like when you're a woman of a particular age, you're kind of past the shimmer. The shimmer time. So I don't like bronzers that have shimmers in them. I like either a matte bronzing product, or this, I don't know, it's somewhere between a matte and I want to say a satin, but not really. It's not satiny at all. It just looks beautiful. It's like skin. So I go ahead and put that on. The last thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use my favorite palette, and you can tell it's my favorite palette because look how beat up this bad boy is, y'all. It looks horrible. And wait till you see the inside of it. Oh my goodness. All right. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Look, like some of these colors are completely gone. This one, I've been trying to find this color forever. This is such, hey, this is such a beautiful, it's raw sienna. So they have sienna on their site, but they don't have raw sienna. So I'm like totally trying to find it. And then burnt orange is really pretty as well. I find that it's a good, what do they call those? The, you know, what you call this? What is this area? Like the neutral color that you put here that blends easily with any colors. I can't, the name of it escapes me right now, but it's a very nice neutral blending transition color. Thank you. A view is a view. It's a beautiful, beautiful transition color. Raw sienna is my favorite. And then after that one, I like the burnt orange. In this palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a little bit of definition just up here. So I could actually do a couple of things. I could just go back and use this product by Makeup Forever and just kind of connect the bronze that I just added to my cheeks to my eyes, or I can do what I'm going to do, which is go into this burnt sienna and this burnt orange, and I'm gonna try to grab, it's a little wee bit of raw sienna in there. I'm gonna try to grab that as well. And I'm gonna use that to create just a little bit of definition around the eyes, because I have hooded eyes. So it's important, you know, I don't like for this to just look like a big flap of skin. I like for it to look like I have some definition around the eyes. So I like to just go in and add a little bit of definition in those areas, bring a little warmth to the eye. I did not add a primer to my eyelid, and I did that on purpose because I just feel like it looks more and more natural as the day goes by. Like the goal of this look is not to look super, super glam. It's just, you know, I want to create natural color. I want to have a natural look, and I want things to look, you know, like skin and blend in with skin. So I find that when I use primers, it makes everything, you know, it contributes to that kind of beat look, which sometimes you want. Like when I go to work, I usually put a primer on my lids, but sometimes, you know, you don't want all that. So I just want to keep it nice and natural looking. And I find that I like the way the eyeshadows look once they've melded into my skin and blended in with my oily lids. I like the way that looks. If you don't like the way that looks, then by all means go ahead and you know, and prime. The other thing I didn't do with this look, which you could do, is contour around the nose area. I didn't do that because I don't usually contour my nose, but I will demonstrate, now that I'm thinking about it, how you could do that and then make that kind of blend with your eyeshadow look. So let me grab that brush again. Okay. I'm going to go back into the Anastasia Beverly Hills. How do you feel about Fenty Beauty line? Pisces, you know what? It looks absolutely beautiful. My daughter, she is such a traitor. She went and picked up her Fenty line products. She didn't even wait for a sister. So I got to see her products and how it wore on her skin. It was absolutely beautiful. So I cannot wait to go in to see how the foundation will look on my skin. I actually wrote to them and asked them if it was mature skin friendly or not. And I haven't heard anything back yet. So I don't know. I'm going to just try some of the products, but based upon what I've seen so far, I think they're going to be great for, well, I don't know about the highlight and contour yet, but I think the foundation is going to be absolutely beautiful for mature skin because it is all about that natural sort of glow. And, you know, it's not beat face, which there's a time and a place for beat face. Absolutely. But I'm thinking of makeup from a perspective of everyday makeup that, you know, that is wearable. It's a wearable look, and it will give women who have mature skin challenges the least problems. So I feel like the formulation of her product was absolutely amazing. So I'm actually going to go get my products this weekend because I need to go in store. I have a very difficult time matching foundation to my skin. So it's best for me to go in store and get matched there. But I'm so excited. I'm really so excited. All right, so I'm just going to take a little bit of product here. And I'm going to do a little bit here. And then I'm going to use a brush. This is another e.l.f. brush I absolutely love. It's a little contour brush. I like to use it on my nose. And then I like to blend it out so that it's very, very soft. I don't like, again, this is a very natural look. So we don't want the contour to look so strong that it looks out of place, you know. We want it to blend naturally. But what I like to do is just take it and then carry it into this brow area. So then it carves out all of this part out. And then when you have that little bit of highlight kind of in this area, it just makes the under eye look plump. Like a lot of the challenges we have when we have mature skin is that the eye can appear like sunken. Because I think our skin just loses that, you know, natural sort of vibrancy around the eyes. The eyes is the first place, one of the first places where, you know, age starts to show. So when we go ahead and we contour and we create this angle here, it just gives like the right amount of brightness and, you know, light and dark in this area to really bring it forward. So then that area looks really, really vibrant. I hope that made sense. But yeah, this is like such a great technique, no matter how old you are, but especially if you're a woman of a particular age, like some of us are. This is absolutely a wonderful technique. And then also, you know, if you have hooded eyes like I do, it's really important as well because it allows you to create some depth around here. And then you have the light here, and then you're creating depth here. So it just makes the overall eye look better, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, but I am so proud of Rihanna. Like, I promise you guys, I was like in I think I was at I think it was Ulta the other day. Was I at Ulta? Anyway, I was somewhere and her, one of her songs came on. And I literally I got misty, y'all, in the store. And the reason I got misty was because, you know, it was right around the time, I don't know if it was the lead up to her product release or whether or it was after her product dropped. But I just felt like it was one of her songs from the era where she, you know, had the situation with Chris Brown. And I was just like, look at this girl now. You know, she is the epitome of a phoenix. Not that she crashed and burned, but she didn't allow herself to become a victim of that situation or even known, you know, for that situation. Like something like that happening in your life when you're an upcoming star and the other person is, you know, really, really, you know, popular, you know, you are two names who are known worldwide, that can overshadow who you are. And a lot of times you can allow it to overshadow who you are because that's what your self-talk is. You know, I'm defined by this, or everybody's going to be thinking about this, or, you know, this was just so big and so, you know, such a horrible situation or such a public situation that I can't move, like, you know, past this. And I just felt like how amazing it is, how phenomenal it is that this young lady wasn't even really at the pinnacle. Like she has soared so far beyond that now. And I'm not a huge Rihanna fan. That's not my generation. But as a woman and as a mother, I'm like, how amazing it is that this young girl, didn't allow that to be a stumbling block for herself. She hasn't allowed herself to be defined by that. And that, she's continuing to move forward and do these amazing things in life. And she's about to drop this, makeup line with all of these, products that are going to be so, impactful for so many women who now see themselves represented in makeup. I know makeup seems superficial or whatever, but there is something there is a subtle message that is being sent when you don't see yourself represented in something that is supposed to be for women or people in general, right? The fact that women of color had to go to a different part of the store than the regular hair care aisle to find products for themselves, that sent a subtle message, So the fact that, she has created a vision for herself that she is continuing to live out, it just made me so misty. I was like, so proud. If that was my daughter, I would be so proud of her, because again, a lot of times people allow themselves to be pigeonholed, or they allow themselves to be defined by things that happen to them. And things that happen to you are only experiences that you are meant to grow from and move beyond. You're supposed to take that and do, something else with it. Learn from it, share something with somebody else, makes you stronger, whatever it is. And I'm just glad that she took the route of allowing it to be something that happened in her life, but not dominate the perception of who she is and not allow it to overshadow her life or her future. So I'm gonna get off of that, but yeah. All right, so I've created just a little bit of shadow around there. And another thing I was gonna say that you could do, and I have also done from time to time, is using this product again. And because again, I do have hooded eyes, I will use a product like this. This brush is by BH Cosmetics. They have some great brushes, but it has this sort of sloped in, and it is meant to get into small spaces and help you to really define those spaces. So I'm just gonna dab in there a little bit, and then I'm going to go carve out this eye area just a little bit more, because this is a little bit deeper than the color I had before. Not much, but again, if you have hooded eyes, this is something you could do. And then you can actually kind of bring it over here. So then this is like, it creates again that kind of depth that we're going for when we have hooded eyes. And then also it contributes nicely to the challenges we sometimes have with our eyes looking really sunken under here. So if you wanted to keep it simple and just, work with one color, you could definitely do that. Keep it nice and bronzy. Yes. Y'all know I'm silly. All right. So anywho, that's that. The next thing I'm going to do is, I actually demonstrated this in another video and you guys liked it so much that I'm just going to briefly touch upon it. Hold on one second. I'm going to briefly touch upon it in this video, which is adding a little bit of highlighter. So I have had, it's been like my daughter who's helped me to kind of expand my horizons when it comes to highlighters. And so I found one that I really, really love. It is by Laura Geller. This is not, I didn't plan on sharing this with you guys, so it's not in the information below, but it will be after this video. They have this trio that I really like. I mostly use this one, but they have this one that's, this one is more of a peach glow, and then this one is like a rose gold. I use this one, which is Gilded Honey, which is more gold and has a little bronze in it. This one is Ballerina, and then I think I mentioned this one is called Peach Glow. But I like to use this, again, you want to work with it very lightly, but it helps to keep the skin like in this area, because again, one of the challenges we have when we have maturing skin is this area can tend to look really plumpened. So anytime you add light to that area or anything reflective to that area, is going to bring it forward. So even if you are starting to develop sunken eyes, you can just go into a nice little highlighter like that, and then just lightly tap it, because again, you know, you don't want to create a lot of texture around the eyes, especially if you're noticing that you're starting to get wrinkles in that area. But if you tap it like just in the area where I'm tapping now, it will help tremendously. And then right along the side of the nose up to this area. It just kind of illuminates the center of the face really nicely. I think this color is so pretty. Then you can just kind of bring it out if you want it. Another thing I like to do with this color, I do this all the time. So once I got on that highlight kick, y'all, couldn't tell me nothing. I found colors I liked and I just go for it. So with this one, I love to like put a little bit kind of like, see in the center of the face right there? And then down here, I'll just like go down. Hey, Vanessa. But again, it just helps to keep the center of the face illuminated, because to me, that's really critical as you're starting to get a little bit older. And again, all of this just looks like skin, because we're not using foundation. We're not masking the skin. Everything is really light. Everything is really radiant. So now, ordinarily, I wouldn't do all of this, but I just want to show you guys a lot of products and a lot of, you know, techniques, because then you can use the techniques that may work for your skin. You might not have a round face, so maybe you don't want to contour. But if you fat like me, you're gonna like that tip. Anyway, but yeah, so, you know, if you don't have sunken eyes, then don't, you know, worry about this. But if you are experiencing that, then, you know, this is definitely a technique that will help you. Some people put it above the lip. I don't do that very often, but here, you can put it there. I have noticed that this makes your lips look a little more luscious, a little fuller. All right, so that is that, and now I'm just gonna add a lip color. I like to go with a nice sort of nude color, and actually, do I have it in here? Oh well. I was gonna use my Fenty lip gloss, but I don't see it. So what I'm gonna do is, this is a Beauty Supply lip liner I got for $2. And this is by Kiss, and the color is, what is this color? It is Roasted Coffee. And I got this lip color from Elisa Ashley. She's a young YouTuber who is a, you know, a makeup guru, I guess is the way to put it. And so I love this color. That was like a winner. So, I mean, you know, as with anything, although she's a younger YouTuber around makeup and I can't use a lot of those techniques, you can still learn from anybody. So don't discount the youngins. I don't know what this next lip color is going to look like, but because I've never mixed the two together. But you could use this and then just put a nice gloss over the top of it. I'm not going to do that today. I want to try something new. This is a lipstick. It's also not below. I will put it below. I didn't plan on using this. But this is a liquid lipstick by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm just going to take this and put it in the center. And then you could leave it like that, or you could take a little gloss and put it over. I'm going to put a little gloss over top. This is by Nana Coco, and I'll tell you what it's called in a minute. I'm not sure I like this. What you all think? I'm tempted to find that Fenty lip gloss. Hold on, I think I found it. I forgot I had my purse right here. Oh, I do have it. Okay, I'm gonna put the Fenty one on. Hold on. I actually do like this though. I do like this, but I'm gonna show you guys the Fenty one. I think this Fenty lip gloss is so gorgeous. I've heard some people say they don't think it's all this or that, but I like it because it's just a nice natural gloss. And you know, you're talking to someone who wore like Carmex on her lips for like 12 years with no color. So I just think this is like a gorgeous, really sexy kind of, you know, it's a pinky goldy kind of gloss. It's just really, really pretty and very, very natural. And it smells so good. And I think it's perfect for just like a natural makeup look. This is it, just so you can see the color. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. And you could go over it with a lip liner. I'm not going to do that because, again, my goal is just to have a nice sort of, you know, luminous, no makeup sort of look. And I think that this is pretty. You could put eyeliner on if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that. I do have these lashes on, as I told you guys at the beginning of the video. I put them on earlier because I was playing around with them. But like, I think that this is really, really pretty. It looks really natural. It looks great. And then you could take either one. I have either one of these to use. The Mario Badescu, again, you could use this just to kind of mist your face. I don't really think my face needs it because we didn't use a lot of powder. We didn't use a lot of powder. But you could use this, or you could use the Max Fix Plus. Either one of those I think would be really pretty. And that's it. I hope this don't look crazy. What y'all think? I hope these techniques helped you guys. I really do. Everything I used in this video, these are all products to me that are like holy grail products. Like, I use these things, you know, pretty much on a regular basis. I may rotate them out, but you know, for a very natural skin, you know, and a natural glow, I use this all the time. You don't need to add anything. You look pretty. Thank you, Vanessa. I love this. It's a very luminous, very, very pretty. I'll do a really quick swatch. I'm not sure how it's going to show up on a live stream. It probably would look better on an actual, you know, recorded video, but see that? Isn't that pretty? It's a nice golden color. And again, I went in here like several times. So when you put it on, it wouldn't be that strong, but it's so pretty. And the thing I like about these, thank you, sweetie. You all are so kind. Y'all too good. But the thing I love about this, you can see it. Okay, good. The thing I like about this is look how it goes on the skin. Like it's very consistent, and if you have like patchy skin or anything like that, it just kind of melds into the skin like skin. It doesn't bring up any extra texture or anything like that. I'm gonna do a really quick swatch of the Pink Glow. So this one here is the Pink Glow, and I'm just gonna put that next to the gold. So it's the one who's on top, and as you can see, it is a little more peachy. This is great, like to counteract dark circles. That's one of the reasons that I like to use the Melanie Mills product you guys saw at the beginning of the video on my skin, because if you do have like hyperpigmentation or you do have dark circles or something like that going on, the peach does help to counterbalance that. And then the last one I'm going to show you guys is Ballerina. My daughter loves Ballerina, and Natural 85 used this in one of her videos years ago, and that is what made me aware of Laura Geller products. So yeah, this one up here, let's see if I can get a little bit more. It's supposed to be a little more bronzy, so that's it up top. Really pretty, and as you can see how they just melt into the skin. These are really, really pretty. This was like such a good purchase. And I think I got all of these for like, I don't know, $30 or something like that. And I've been using them for months, primarily using this one. And you guys see how little I've used. Like, I feel like this will last forever. So yeah, that is it. I hope you guys liked this video. This was fun. The reason okay, so as I said, I've been asked to replicate that makeup look, like the no makeup look that I did in my crochet braid, Havana Mambo Twist crochet braid video, where I demonstrated how to use the weave net. I've been asked to replicate that makeup look for almost a year now, and I just never got around to it because I do not like recording makeup tutorials. They're so difficult for me to do, and I don't feel really confident at it. They're so challenging to edit because it's not a format that I normally do. So the get ready with me in this video doing it this way was so helpful, and I love interacting with you guys. You made it so much easier, and I'm thinking that maybe in the future I can do them this way as well, because I don't know how the makeup gurus do it. But anyway, this is it. So again, I will list everything I used, including the things that are not currently in the information section. I will add them as soon as this video gets uploaded. This live video gets uploaded to my channel. I'll add them. And if there's anything you guys would like to see in the future, let us know what's going on, because I'm always trying to figure out like what kind of content can I do, what do you guys want to see, and so your feedback is just really, really helpful. Also, this is the Annie wig. So I've had this wig for almost a year now, and as you can see, I'm still wearing it. She still looks good. I think I may need to trim her ends a little bit, because see how it's getting a little stiff down here. But aside from that, like, this wig is everything. I am going to leave a link to this wig as well, because this is my absolute favorite sort of blowout, you know, texture wig. Love it. Oh, and guess what, y'all? I got a new wig. I got a bob. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen a picture of it there. I hadn't done anything to it, like cutting the lace or anything like that. It was so bootleg, y'all. I folded the lace beneath it, then I just plopped the wig on to see how it looks. So I will do a video where I maybe do an unboxing of that. I may even come on a little bit later tonight to show it to you guys. But yeah, we still need our butter party. Yes, ma'am. So how should we do that? Okay, so this is what I was thinking, since we're on here, and I think that there are quite a few people on here who are normally on my live feeds. How should we do the butter party? So I think initially what I was thinking is that maybe I could do a video sharing a number of butter-based product options. And then you guys can select the butter you want to work with. It could be, shea butter that you got that you just like from your, beauty supply store. But there are other butter-based products that I really like for fine natural hair. So I do want to introduce those to you so that you guys are aware of the different types. Like, I didn't know I would like mango butter, but I love mango butter. But I'll do that. And then I think what we had originally talked about was doing doing our butter party where we actually all do a style together. And I actually demonstrate how I'm setting the style on the live feed. And then we could all do our own sort of, style together. I don't know if we'll all do the same style. Does that still make sense? I'm trying to think. Is that the best way to do it? Or should we do it a different way in terms of the butter party? What do you think, Krista? Vanessa? Who else on here? I just realized I can see you all on here. Does that sound good? Just kind of do a video that provides some education. Okay, yes, okay. So that sounds good. All right. Okay, so that means I need to get myself together and get some of my butter-based options together. I'm only going to share with you guys my holy grails. These are products that are butter-based that I have used, that I've had phenomenal results with. In fact, I'm also going to do a DIY using a butter as well. That mango butter sounds heavenly. Oh my gosh, it is, girl. So I think what I'm going to do for some people who like DIYs, so I'll do the introductory video and then I'll do like a couple of DIY videos. So for those of you who want to make your own, butter-based product, you can have time to do that. And then we'll get together and then we'll have our butter party where we'll all do a style together and kind of go from there. Yay! Okay, so good. That sounds good. So that's what we'll do. We will plan to do that. This is September 17th. So we will plan to do that because I need a couple of weeks just to get all of my materials, especially now that I'm going to do a DIY for you guys or a couple of DIY videos. Let's say we'll plan to do that on the first Sunday, or we'll begin that on the first Sunday in October, which is perfect timing because in my opinion, butters are the best thing to use in winters, especially if you live in extreme climates like I do. I live in the Midwest in the Chicagoland area, and our winters are so brutal. So I love to incorporate butter-based products for, fall going into winter. So this will be great. The timing is perfect. Yes. Thank you for reminding me, Krista. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Get Ready With Me. I certainly enjoyed it. This was fun. And I guess I will plan to see you guys later. Have to figure out how I'm going to do this wig video. Should I do it as a live one? Sounds great for the season. I am in Southern Illinois. Oh, okay. That's cool, Krista. So you know what I'm talking about. It gets so cold here. But you know what? Those butters are what saved my hair in wintertime because I'm not big on hats. And they really help to protect my hair from the elements, and they really help to keep the it really helped with my moisture retention. The only thing about when you use butters is that you have to change your hair care regimen up a little bit, so I'll get into that a little later. Right now I'm in northwestern Illinois. Oh, okay. All right. Wow. I used to live in the south suburbs of Chicago, so I'm very familiar with that with that area. Really, Vanessa? Wow. Girl, it is such a small world. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Love you as always. I will see you guys next time. And I may come on a little bit later just to show you guys the wig I got. It is a bob, y'all. I can't wait. All right. Well, I will see you guys. Mwah. Have a wonderful summer. Have a wonderful Sunday. And I'll see you guys later. Come on in. Miora is over here. Come. Chicken. Her hand made an appearance. God bless you guys too. All right. Take care. Bye.
You didn't. Oh.